And good morning. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms, and just in general helping you become a better trader. So in the process, I'm going to become a better trader because if I keep going over all this stuff and perfecting my game, then I will be able to react when the market, to respond well when the market does, react well when the market does, if you want. I prefer the term respond because it means more of a slow general decision, more so than just jumping in and jumping in with both feet. Which, as you know, or if you've been trading for long, you'll know that just jumping in with both feet can get you burned sometimes financially. So with that, that means that there are risks to be talked about. So let's go ahead and talk about those risks. It goes something like this. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past. Back in 2002 to 2004, I was involved in small brokerage houses. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And something else I want to point out too is that I may talk about maybe some entry points or exit points or something like that. It's certainly not a trade recommendation at all. It's merely my opinion on the matter at the time, and that those opinions change quickly, and I may not trade those opinions too. So it's there's not just take those with a grain of salt for now and make your own decisions. Make your own trading decisions. That's how you can become a better trader, is by relying on yourself instead of relying on everybody else. Let's see. First, let's talk about me some more. Here are my expert advisors at the MQL5 platform. I do not have any. Where is that going? On this side? Well, that camera's pretty good. Oh well, the MQL4 and MQL5 versions of the Bollinger Band RSI Mean Reversion Pro. Thanks. Green screen over here a little bit better. See if that does that. Oh well. Mean Reversion Pro, what that does is it has, if it breaks out of the Bollinger Bands and closes on the upper side and then closes on the downside and then has an RSI confirmation, depending on where I have it set in the inputs, then it will initiate a trade. In the other direction, because it works, mean reversion is 60 to 70% chance probability of it happening. So they're good EAs. They test very, very well. However, they don't trade very often. So that's why I want to throw that out there. Also, I'm going to jump in there and re-engineer them back end a little bit better. To make it more conducive to picking your trades and managing your client, not client, managing your current balances. And here's my little baby. This is Trading Forex for Profit. This is my website that I'm building right now. It's about halfway there, I think, before we start doing some really serious marketing on it. But if you like, you can go ahead and come in already. You can go to the dashboard, and you can see you've got logins right here, because that's my login from yesterday. Let's go ahead and log in real quick. There we go. And as you can see, you can come in here and add your accounts, your various accounts, to see what's going on in the world, and to see if you want to trade. To see what is definitely going on. These are the three of my accounts. I need to set this one as, or delete this one, or archive that. I don't have that function built in yet to archive accounts, but I need to. So that's one of the things that needs to get done. Should write that down somewhere. You can check out your account activity right here, stats. Set up your trade calculator here. Decide what trades are going in and where. You can journal your trades here. You've got strategy or just impulse. should add impulse as a trade, because sometimes you lose your mind and say, oh, it's going to go to the moon, and then you jump in and you realize it goes the other way. You can import your trading history right here from for DX Trade or manual CSV for MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. I have those options set up right now. I'm not sure what other options are out there, so NinjaTrader or something like that. I don't have a NinjaTrader account, so I'd have to get some input on that. You can check your strategies here, and then down here, it's free to get started. All you got to do is start with one account, and then go ahead and get started there, and then play with it, get comfortable with it, decide how to use it to work for your best self, and then you can come over here and get into the Pro when you've got multiple accounts going on, and the premium is right over here at $39 a month. So with that, let's go ahead and get into today's what's happening in today's markets. First, let's look at market sentiment. We have the Swissy on top. That's interesting. The American dollar way down here, Canadian way down here, Japanese yen in the middle, Great British pound on top of the Japanese yen, and the Kiwi way up there at the top. How about that? So it's a very interesting layout today. Not very interesting. Go over here and see what's going on. We are risk off. Look at that not pegged low, but at 25, that's a pretty strong risk off scenario. So let's see what possibly has triggered that. Refresh the Forex factory. Israel and Lebanon have reached an understanding for a full ceasefire conditioned on, how about that, 11 hours ago, Israel and Lebanon decided to stop shooting at each other, because I think there's a middleman in there called Hezbollah, but I'm not going to get into that. Let's see. So that's the reason why we've got all these reversals going on. So the Canadian hit 39, how about that? Turn that to live and see what's going on. And so we've got lots of action going on today. A little bit of action. I wouldn't call it a lot. Let's not talk about that yet. Let's talk about this. The US10 bond yield is holding right at 447, right below 4.5, which is good news because it was way up here, pushing 4.7%, which would have given us better inflation, higher inflation in the United States. And then the Japanese yen is right here. We'll see it perking up a little bit again, up to 2.67. Let's look and see what the carry trade looks like right there. It is getting closer and closer. And one day they may cross, the 10-year yields may cross. That would completely start unwinding the carry trade and bring the USD versus the yen down, as well as the Great British pound versus the yen down. So we'll see if that continues. But in the meantime, let's come back over here and see what's going on here. Euro versus the Great British pound. We have should just call it the British pound. Euro versus the pound is up today. So we got a little bit of a reversal on that started yesterday. DXY, right there, it's a basket of currencies that should reflect what the US dollar is doing. And that is coming down to 99.31, down from the heights of 99.5, I think. It's high on that. 99.55, how about that? So it did not continue, did not break out and go high. That would have given us higher inflation, I think. I think that was a reflection of what's happening in the bond market. But that did not happen, so because the bond yields are going down for the US dollar. Euro versus the dollar, right there at 116.28, perking up a little bit off of 116, off the lows of 116. British pound versus the dollar, perking up a little bit, but not as briskly as the euro. Swissy is coming off on dollar weakness. We're getting a little bit of a downside to the dollar versus the Swissy. Yen crosses, or yen pairs. We have the dollar versus the yen coming off a little bit, but not with a whole lot of enthusiasm. About the same candle height, body height, and width as it had yesterday. So we'll see if that continues or if that continues to break down a little bit. Pound versus the yen, perking up a little bit at wouldn't really jump into it with both feet yet. 214.70, but it's not really showing a whole lot of momentum. Euro versus the yen, again, not a whole lot going on there. Then dollar versus the Canadian, peaked out. Look at that. Topped out at right at 139. Broke out a little bit more up to the top side to 139.25, and then it is coming right back down. So we'll see if that actually turns into a reversal. I got money that says it will be a reversal. We will certainly wait and see and find out. Canadian versus the yen. No one's touching this one, it seems. 115.03, and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere right now. We have the crude NYMEX crude oil right there at 94.65. And Aussie versus the dollar, 71.35, coming off a little bit. Again, not anything I would consider tradable right now. 44.69 on gold, perking up a little bit, but again, not a whole lot, not enough to write home about. Platinum, perking up again a little bit, but not enough to write home about at 18.92. Palladium, 13.28, just not going anywhere. Silver, 73.50, so that might be a good time to buy some silver, perking up a little bit more. And then the software sector got hammered again yesterday. Well, so much for the HubSpot wins. Filled that gap in very nicely and is heading to the downside. So it's down 4.3% yesterday. HubSpot down to 22.45. It's still way above where it was, but it looks like it's coming down pretty briskly. Salesforce down to 509. Intuit off 3.32. That reminds me I need to do some work in QuickBooks today. GoDaddy coming off of another 5%. So these are all big losers yesterday. Nvidia is down 3.6%. So let's look at these real quick. Dow Jones was off 670. NASDAQ was off 89, but software sector looks like it took the brunt of it. Nvidia, maybe the AI bubble is popping. Who knows? And then upward down 4.5%. I tend to take great pleasure in that. And that stock is pretty much not going anywhere. So with that, that's about all I've got today. If you want to see more of these videos, then by all means subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. And if you want to see, if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up button. If you now I do not have any influence over geopolitical affairs, or the movement of the currency. So if your trades are not going well, it's not my fault. But at any rate, what's the thing going on? Oh yeah, if you want to talk to me directly, then hit me up in the comment section, and I'll respond as soon as I see your comment. So with that, that's all I've got today. You guys have a great one, and I will talk with you later. Bye.